How's it going, guys? So I'm sitting here with Mark, who is the studio head at Treyarch, and he's allowed us to come speak with us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this time.
No,
I know you guys are very, very busy. Let's kick it right off. Ops 3. You guys have been working on it for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah. Ever since we wrapped up Black Ops 2, we've been hard at work.
Okay, and I mean, I had some time with it. I played multiplayer for about half an hour, and
awesome.
I saw a nice little 15-minute single-player campaign demo, and it really does look good. I mean, you guys always do amazing jobs. You know, Treyarch's a powerhouse company, and I personally prefer the Treyarch games to any of the other companies. I think you guys have a bit of an edge, so I'm a big fan of what you guys put up. But why don't you maybe break down? I know multiplayer is huge for you guys. Why don't you break down what you've done to make multiplayer maybe a little different from the previous games in the series? How have you taken it to the next level?
Yeah. So look, we loved how Black Ops 2 turned out, and we love how it felt. We love the balance, both the weapon balance, the map balance, and everything about it. We took all of that, and we've just improved upon it with Black Ops 3 in really every possible way. We started with the movement set. Now, if you just look at the movement set, that's not enough. You got your hands on it, and you know what I'm talking about. It feels like a better version of Black Ops 2. It's like everything you love about the precision movement in Black Ops 2, but it's more fluid, it's more fast, you have more ability to navigate your environment.
Wall running, which was cool.
Absolutely. You know, that's about taking a different path in our environment. It's the auto mantling, everything is about, let's face it, when you're playing Black Ops, you're in the zone. You are playing, and you want to have that connectedness with your environment, with your weapon, guns up all times. You know, the fact that you can, boost is really to get to a different place, not to boost out, it's not a boost game. That's just not that's not what our games are about. Right? It's about keeping combat in frame, fluid, guns up all time, no matter what you're doing. You can mantle omnidirectionally in this game. You can power slide. You can chain all these movements together, and it really is. And then what we did is we crafted these maps that make it so much fun to use all these movements. And the thing about it is, you know what? If you don't want to do these movements, we don't force it on you. The game
keep it old school if you want, corridor shooting.
You can, but I dare you to, because it's so fun to play.
I don't want to do it.
And we were developing it. It was really fun too. We had this phrase called "fun to fail." And so we knew that we had it, and it was fun, and it felt good when people did it, even when they shouldn't have been doing it. Because sometimes you expose yourself when you're in those situations. But it was a blast to make. We iterated on this movement system for the better part of a year before we unleashed the artists on the maps. I mean, they were just like, the designers are just blocking out these maps and the play spaces, and really and the engineers and the designers are working together, and the animators, and tuning the movements so it felt tight. Really great.
Well-oiled machine.
Absolutely. Before we would let these maps go into production and make them beautiful the way you see them, with all the great new graphics engine, the lighting and the rendering and the effects and the particles and just everything, and beautifying, because we're tearing apart these maps every day, and we're changing things. And so that development of that movement system and those maps went hand in hand, and that was just super important to make sure that it feels great and it's balanced.
Yes, it's very important, obviously.
For us it's critical. And that's not just, we know people play this game professionally and they expect it to be balanced. But that's not just the pros, that's everybody. Everyone wants a super balanced game. They want great spawns. They want weapons that look and feel great. It's why we did the weaponsmith. We wanted to finally be able to realize, with all this power that we have and the extra time that we had in this development cycle, to be able to allow people to really craft their guns inside the gunsmith.
Personal touch,
you know what? And it's not just about the visual look, it's about how it feels. It always comes down to gameplay. But we like people to add their personal style. That's why we put the paint shop in. And so you can have your very own unique weapon that nobody else has in the world.
Which is cool. Which is, guys want unique things to them in the game. So I think that's a great.
Well, especially, I mean, all the time that we're so fortunate to have, that the fans like to play our game. You really, it's like, this is my weapon right here. And when you see it in the kill cam, or you've taken a video of it or whatever,
you want people to know your logo, your tag, and be like, that's right.
That's right.
I just own your ass. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. But let's step away from multiplayer. Let's talk about the single player campaign. I know you can't maybe talk about too much story wise, obviously, but what can you tell me about the single player, and what kind of roller coaster ride are we in for?
Oh man, it's a culmination of the story that we've created with Black Ops, and really Black Ops is you know, it's always in these time settings, but it's always about, and we'll have like a conflict that we've created in the future that we've done a bunch of research, and we're gonna, you know, the players are gonna go through that roller coaster ride, but Black Ops is always about those deniable operations. Those totally messed up things that you're like, oh, that's why they're there, that's what we're doing. And that's true in this one as well. It's dark, it's gritty, it's twisted, it's messed up. And we really want the story to unfold for players. So the reason why I'm holding back on some of the details from it is only because I remember with Black Ops, one of the things I really loved about Black Ops is we didn't go out to tell you a ton about the story. We let that unfold for the players, and it was this great mystery with a lot of twists and turns. It's like people keep asking me, like, well, who's the villain? It's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you the villain is, because you're gonna be wondering in the game who the villain is, right? And like and what's going on at all times, and that's Black Ops.
Gonna create the tension.
That's Black Ops. You know, it's narrative tension. Yes, it takes place in the year 2065 at a time when advanced robotics and drones are definitely a dominant force on the battlefield. And at a time when, in order to compete with those things, we've integrated technology into our biology, into our minds through a direct neural interface. I mean, it's a connected battlefield out there in the future, right? It's not, these are machines, and so there's a network battlefield, and your abilities, so all this stuff really sets up just a great fiction for us to be able to create a lot of gameplay, right? So you can play it single player, but you can play it up to 4 players.
And that's one of the biggest things that you guys have added, 4-player co-op for the campaign.
Right, and so look, we know a lot of our fans love zombies out there. We've been making 4-player co-op games for 7 years. And so we wanted to bring that social experience, the fun that players have, right there into the campaign, and give them variety. So what happens is with this fiction is you get to upgrade your character. You get to choose whether you want to play a male and female, and how you want to, you know, improve yourself, your cybernetic enhancements, and then you get to use those strategies on the battlefield. So it's your choice. As you play this game, you can upgrade yourself. So say I've been playing for a while and I've upgraded myself to want to control the drones on the battlefield, the robotics on the battlefield, as opposed to, say, some other things that I could do. And you're just starting to play. But I didn't have those abilities when I started playing the game. But you and I were lucky enough tonight to go in and play a game. You want to be able, you can go back to levels that you've played, because these are level agnostic abilities, meaning that you'll go back to that level and you'll be able to play with everything that you've earned and chosen to upgrade yourself with, and play that level entirely differently than the first time you ever played it. And I think that's what's important, right? We make sure it's accessible, we roll it out to you, we add layers of systems and depth, and that's how you get replayability.
Nice, man. And I'm very chuffed with that. That was a big one for me. When I heard about the campaign co-op, I was like, woo, because I'm a bit of a co-op fiend. So that's great news. In terms, I know you quite touched on the story, will we possibly be doing, I know Black Ops is famous for flashing back from the future to the past. Can we expect a bit of time travel in this one?
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're gonna mess with you.
Okay, that's a good start.
Right? I mean, it's like, you know, one of the themes that we had from the original Black Ops was everything you know is wrong. That's out there in the world of Black Ops, right? Whether it was, and in Black Ops 2, it was the manipulation of Menendez. You know, that he basically manipulates you to get to the place that he is. It's like all those themes come together in Black Ops and Black Ops 3. It is a dark and twisted tale. I think players are going to love it. They're going to be, you know, what I'm really excited about is I think at the end of this game, people are going to be really, I want to talk to people after this game launches, because they're going to be talking about how do they, you know, how do they feel about what happened? How did they, like, what was it that they brought themselves, their own personal perceptions of this world that we live in, where technology is pervasive in every part of our lives. And granted, this is set in some future fiction scenario, right? I'm curious to see how people react and what the different reactions are, and I think it'll be different depending upon how you feel about this what's going on.
I think it's gonna be a good reaction. I think the people are gonna like love it as they have the previous series. Zombie mode. Now I know you guys are the pioneers for the zombie mode. How have you guys taken it up a notch?
Well, so first thing is we're like, this thing is off the chain. Like, there's no doubt about it. But before I get into it, I just want to say thanks to the fans, because frankly, this mode doesn't exist without you embracing it and adopting it. Because let's face it, like, you know, when we started this, it didn't exist, and if you say it today like it's part of the franchise, but it wasn't always, and it didn't always necessarily make sense. It certainly didn't make sense to people who were expecting us just to be making you know, like cinematic,
military shooter,
authentic military shooter, and so, but really it only exists because of the fans, and it exists because of the passion of my team that wanted to make it. They wanted to make a fun co-op experience. They added rich characters and storylines and depth and Easter eggs, and then we got to deliver it because you guys wanted it. We were able to continuously deliver, you know, new experiences over time. And we're not, you know, I'm so excited about what they're delivering with this one. They're not beholden to the fiction of the rest of the game. They can make whatever they want. I want these guys. So, yeah, look, we've been telling a story for the last, I guess, 7 years now, and so that continues as part of, you know, the mythology, without getting into it, who the characters are that you might or might not experience or play. But it's a deep, rich storyline. It's unique, creative, wholly unique to the rest of the game. It's its own game. You'll be able to level up. So your recognition as a player, you'll know, you know, will be seen in the game for the first time. I'm excited about that, and we'll talk about what gameplay is associated with that later. But it's the deepest and richest zombies experience we've ever made, and really, honestly, that's kind of the mantra on the whole thing. I wanted to make the deepest and richest Call of Duty campaign we've ever had, with gameplay and all that, and on the multiplayer and on zombies, because, you know, for us, it's like, we're very proud of the past Black Ops games that we made, and it really is the challenge that the team has to make a Black Ops 3. It's like, we really set out to push ourselves, to scare the crap out of ourselves in development, and try things, you know, really feel it, really feel it.
Some molds,
absolutely. You know, some of that stuff didn't work, some of it worked, but we just kept pushing. You know, and as creatives, it's the reason to make the next Black Ops. Was to push ourselves.
I cannot wait till it comes out. It comes out November 6th. November 6th, we can get our hands on it.
Absolutely.
I'm a massive zombie.
But before that, you know, we're going to have the multiplayer beta.
Oh yes, of course.
In August. And fans can look online on how to get into that. But I'm really excited about that. You know, it's like I can sit here and talk to you, and we can do these interviews.
And listen for
but you played, but you know, you've played it.
Yes.
And I really feel like you have to feel this game. It feels so.
It feels so fluid. It's just fast. Like you were saying, it's just fast. It's the pace has been not ranked up.
Precision though, right? Precision control. Everything you feel like you do have control over. You feel powerful. You know, that combat's in frame, the levels feel so good, the weapons feel so good, they're so well balanced.
The sound, I noticed the sound has been so punchy. The sound has been well improved.
Our sound designers have really been, and that's both sound design and technology that work together to make it. The sound's incredible. It
sounds phenomenal.
So I'm just super excited that fans get a chance to experience it before it comes out. We haven't done that since we did it with World at War.
Yes, exactly.
A long time. It was the last time we had a beta of the franchise. I'm glad to be bringing it back, and happy that Activision's supporting us in that. And I'm happy that we're going to get the feedback from the fans, so that we can make it the best experience possible.
It helps, you know, just to iron out those last creases before launch, you know. Awesome, guys. Well, you've heard it from the man himself. I cannot wait till November 6th. I will be first in line. Thank you so much for sitting down and speaking to us. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, guys, no reason not to go out and get it.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.